Alright, well, I learned my lesson. Don't use Angel Wing, it sucks. Unless it doesn't. I can't believe she blew away my Kiraga, like, so early on, too. Yeah, I could take Encounter None off. I forgot to. I mean, it's not going to make that big of a difference, but... I still love, after all this time, the first time we ever talked to Ultimisia, she has, like, a special thing with her text. It's not even like... It's not even like that was an occurrence before. Like, it's like, oh, by the way, she just uses Ks. Okay, final battle. Hey, look, we got the B squad. Go B squad. She just used Meltdown on me. Hey! That's not good. Can I get rid of that? Does the student even work on that? Oh, it does. Back. Zell looks so, like, hopeless when he dies. Yeah, I was gonna try Dispel if Asuna didn't work, but Asuna worked. One thing that I like about this fight, I'm not doing it because I'm stubborn and like to keep my 3 characters, but if you spend the time to get a lot of GFs throughout the game, then it helps a bunch on the final battle because you can give everyone like 1 GF and they're all useful, which is cool. I like how the side quests throughout the game actually have a specific purpose now, other than just being more OP stuff. This attack is not really fun. That hurts. Hey! That's who I like to see. Yeah, take care of her this time. Yeah, I really like the gimmicks of this fight. I must agree. The whole, like, when a character dies, you have to revive them quickly or else they're gone is cool. The fact that if they go away, the other characters come in is cool. All the different forms are cool. Yeah, I mean the whole end game is really neat. I think the only thing that maybe I didn't like much, I didn't hate it, but the whole like teleporting around the world map time compression thing, although it was kind of cool in theory, I don't really see the point. I feel like it would have been better if you just went back on the ship and everything looked weird and then you had to fly to a specific spot to get to the castle. Like, I think that would have been better, but... I mean, it wasn't bad, it's just... I didn't really see the point in that. But I mean, the whole final castle, the puzzles were fun. I really liked the puzzles. I was able to figure them all out by myself, but they were difficult. That's the perfect kind of puzzle. A puzzle that you don't have to cheat on, but actually takes some effort to solve. So I really liked that, and I really liked all the bosses and their gimmicks, and the fact that you got your abilities back when you beat them. And the look of the castle, as well as the music. All of it was great. Well, that's not what I meant. I know you can get back to the ship, but I'm saying, like, the whole portal thing was kind of meaningless. Like, you might as well have just been on the ship to begin with, in my opinion. I mean, it's fine. Like I said, it's not a bad thing. I just... If I had it my way, I would have just been on the ship. Like, especially because the teleporters made me think that I had to do something. You know? Also, can Quistis, like, go away, or what's going on here? Why isn't she going away? Like, there was 3 portals, and they all took you to different spots on the map, and I was thinking, like, oh, maybe I have to, like, activate something on, you know, one for each portal, or whatever. But, like, there's nothing like that. It was just... That was just whatever. Is that death? What is that? Oh, it's doom. Can I dispel that? Man, Meteor is really strong, and I don't even have that much magic stat. Selfie's not even close to max. I mean, nothing really beats Renzo Kukin, but in terms of just dealing damage for free, like, it's really strong. Finally, jeez. How come it didn't take that long when Selfie died last time? She was gone, like, instantly. There's my tank. Alright, I don't know if this works or not, but we're gonna try it. It did not work. Zoom in on his face. No, not my full life. Okay, casting Doom in this fight is really mean. Just saying. I need to kill him fast before all my freaking magic goes away. That Renzo Kuken is really cool. Uh-oh. Things are getting real. I love that there's like 3 different songs that plays during this fight. It's cool. Also, I forgot about this attack. This attack is mean. Kinda hoping Selphie dies to it. Which she has to. Yeah, I do have to admit, like, a lot of the stuff that breaks this game takes at least a little bit of thinking. Like, all the junction and stuff, you kind of have to grind it out and kind of have to know what to do with it and everything. Meltdown is just kind of broken. Like, what? Like, why? It takes literally no effort to just be like, they have 0 vitality now. And you have a character who never misses and does really good attack damage even if you don't junction in that way. In Meltdown, it's just a free vitality 0. It seems kind of ridiculous. It's not even like a hidden GF or anything. It's just a spell. Just a regular spell. It's kind of weird. Wasn't sure if he even still had Kiraga. And I mean, Aura seems incredibly broken too, but like... At least Aura is only broken on like people that have really good stuff to do with it. I don't know. It feels less broken, I guess. Somehow. And like, the thing is, like, obviously Aura is really strong, but there's specific enemies that are like, this enemy has a lot of defense, you're gonna need some magic to beat him. And then Meltdown's just like, 0 defense. It, like, I don't know, it seems so counterintuitive that they'd even make it. That's a weird one for me. Out of all the things that are broken in this game, Meltdown just feels like the weirdest one that they could have like easily not been that broken, but they just kind of didn't. I mean, in my opinion, I would rather a game be broken in the way that you do a lot of damage versus broken as in you can't lose. Like, I think Meltdown is better than, like, Shield. Granted, Shield doesn't last very long, but, like, still. Shield is like, hey, you don't lose, and that's that. So at least you could still lose with Meltdown being a thing. You're just doing a lot of damage and speeding up the fight, but still. It just feels weird that they'd even make it. Just seems like an odd choice, I guess. Why is she looking that way? What's she doing? Hey, come over here. I almost feel like Meltdown should have been a spell that only came from Ultimate Weapon. Like, if you do the whole quest and you get the Ultimate Weapon, you can draw Meltdown and use it, like, specifically to beat Omega Weapon. I feel like that's the only way they could have done it to where it was, like, where it made sense. But instead, it's like on a bunch of enemies throughout the whole end game, to the point where you'd have to kind of try to dodge it in order not to get it. Yeah, I guess there could be a limited number too, but still, it'd still be broken with a limited number. I mean, unless that number was 1. God, the audio is so weird there. It goes like left, right, left, right. The beginning of the song is so good. I wish the whole song was like this. What's the plan here? It's actually kind of hard to keep 3 people alive in this fight. It was easier with 2 people. What, is there 2 the whole time? No, there's just 1 at first. So I don't know what happened to where there was 2. I have a feeling I'm supposed to do something once there's 2, though. I think there's like a gimmick to this fight, because I did so much damage to her, there's like no way. I think you have to hit her enough to where the other one like activates or something, and then you have to do something with the other one or attack it or something. She like drew from the bottom one, so I'm kind of wondering if I can do the same. Okay, so we need to do some stuff here. I was gonna cast it on Squall, but why not? We'll give it to everyone. Oh, I meant to. I heard you wanted the business, so I'm bringing ya the business. Oh! You wrecked the GM. You saw my business. Did you see that business? Did you see that business coming? Wishing star! She just... What's going on? Oh! 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 Wow. I like that. That's a good doggo right there. Suddenly Omni Dog. Wow, that's a strong meteor. If I had tripled that, that would have been big damage. Welcome to the Thunderdome. God, this boss is nuts. I'm thinking of like all the other bosses and all the other Final Fantasy games. If you were doing this much damage, they'd be dead by now already. Like, they don't expect you to do this much damage end game. This is like post-game damage. I don't know if I want to commit to a triple meteor if he's gonna do bad things to me. I like difficult final bosses though. I like, you know, not even just difficult, but like long, you know, big epic final bosses. Now if we're going like Wild Arms 3, that's a bit much, but tone it a couple notches back from Wild Arms 3. Oh, 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 oh! God. Man, Angelo is not screwing around. Tell you what. That's why I didn't attack this wall yet. That's a strong dog. Oh, the other one's active. Oh, buddy. Give me that. Oh, 5 of them. Not even just one. I'll take 5. I'll take a couple, you know. I'll take a couple of those. Why not? Give me a few. Give me a couple. I wish I had pulled it with Selfie, because she's got all the magic. Wait, where is Renoa's health? Oh, she took away my Curaga. So Renoa has less health. Or she took away whatever her health. Oh, man. That's mean. That's pretty strong. I was hoping if I took it, then she wouldn't be able to use it, but... Okay, so, yeah, we're in trouble here. I hope we survive. I mean, Squall's got Shell. Oh! Don't worry, we got her back. She's not gone to the void yet. Don't you dare take away my zombie. I don't know what Selfie's stats are right now because of all the taking away of the magic she's done, but hopefully this is big damage. Hopefully, this is big damage. Oh yeah, that's big damage. That's big triple damage. That's so cool that she has like her own unique spell. Can you imagine junctioning that? Not my tornado. Tornado was blown away. That's funny. Oh, I think we killed it. The bottom one. I don't think she can use it anymore. Ooh. So it looks like this thing actually does have that much health, but if you knock out the bottom thing, then it can't take Apocalypse. But you can take Apocalypse from it. Use it against it. Good lord, that did. You got regen still? Reflect on your childhood. What? Why? Okay, well this is one time in high school that I was like late to band practice. And I was trying to like hurry up and I ran into the wrong bathroom. And all the girls laughed at me. Is that what you mean? Your sensation. Your words. Your emotions. Okay. I gotta say, this taking away your magic thing is an amazing gimmick. Like, it actually makes this fight really hard. Like, I really like the gimmick. It's kind of hard to cheese against it unless you just do so much damage that it doesn't affect you. A really cool gimmick for a final boss. Time. It will not wait. I wonder if she's just dead now. Like, she's not attacking me anymore. She might just be waiting for a finishing blow here. She's just kind of talking to me. Oh no, she's attacking. She's back. That's some big damage. That's 3 basically full damages. That's half a Renzo right there. She's still melting down. I can't even tell. Here she is. No matter how hard you hold on, it escapes you. It's freaking me out. She took my aura? And the ultimate battle phrase, and... Oh my god, we got her. That was a cool sound. Irvine, take the shot. Is it over? Let's go. Let's go back to our time. Who are you talking to? Random selfie. Shut up. Just calm down and think where we have to go. Careful, guys. Don't pick the wrong time. Whatever you do, don't fall into a time warp. God, we sound like kids on the Magic School Bus or something. Time, place, who I want to be with. I want to go there, where Squall and I promised. Squall! Why does her hand look giant? It's weird. Run, Squall, run! Squall, let's go home. Where are you? Where am I? Squall, where are you going? I don't know. I'm hanging out with myself. I'm gonna find Sis. Squall! Matron. Excuse me, have you seen a little boy? You don't have to worry, the boy won't go anywhere. She looks like... what's the name of, the Addams Family, the mom? What's her name? She looks exactly like her. You're alive? Morticia, yeah. The sorceress? Yes, matron. We have defeated her. We had defeated her. Matron, stand back. It's okay. There's no more need to fight. Okay, don't say that. Okay? Because she's, like, evil. Let's just fight her. That sorceress is just looking for someone to pass her powers on to. In order to die in peace, the sorceress must be free of all her powers. I know, for I am one too. I shall take over that sorceress's powers. I do not want one of the children to become one. Hey, how about you don't? I can't disappear yet. Matron! Are you just gonna let this happen right in front of you? Is this the end? Most likely. God. Just cut to it, Squall. You called me matron. Who are you? A seed from Balam Garden. Bambalam Garden. Don't you forget it. Seed? Garden? Why we talk about plants? Both garden and seed were your ideas. Garden trains seeds. Seeds are trained to defeat the sorceress. What are you saying? You're that boy from the future? Matron. Please return. You do not belong here. I can't find Sis. Am I all alone? Who's he? Nobody. You don't need to know. Wow, I look like a dweeb when I grow up. The only Squall permitted here is you. Do you know where to go back to? Do you know how? Will you be alright by yourself? I'll be alright, matron. She doesn't know what that means, so you just look like an idiot. Because I'm not alone. I'm not alone. If I call out, they will answer. Where is everyone? Renoa, where are you? Zell, Selfie, Quistis, Renoa, Irvine, Zell. Renoa, I want to hear your voice. Which way do I go? I can't make it back alone. Renoa? Am I all alone again? Where am I? Oh, my face! Okay, I'm okay. Home sweet home. This is where Squall came out of the earth one day. And so, Death Stranding begins. Those belts are way too loose. They're not holding up anything. Just saying. You look tired. You should take a nap. Okay, wait. You didn't walk that far, dude. Wow, she gets grass? I don't get grass. Squall just gets dirt. It's true. Final Fantasy characters love their belts. And then Final Fantasy X happened, and we just used all the belts for Lulu. Now there's no more belts left. Finally just went all out and was like, you know what? Lulu gets all the belts. I found you. Maybe. Oh, you're the cutest girl here. Wow, thanks for the random trophy. Yes, of course. Gotta get the song back in there. Squall, stop taking a nap. You gotta go. So what, he was just tripping? What was the point of that? It was cool, but what was the point of that? I like that scene a lot.
Did you ever know that I had mine on you?
The facial expressions in this game are still so off.
With the look on your face, as if you never heard, as if you never done. Shall I be the one for you, who pinches you softly but sure? If from
Is Cypher fishing?
I would know
What?
that you wanna
What?
dream of.
Okay, that's the best scene ever. That was fantastic. Cypher can't catch a fish and then gets angry.
So let me come to you, close as I wanna be, close enough for me to feel a heart beating fast and stay there as I whisper.
Hey, how's it going? We never explained why I had super magical powers, but, you know.
Did you ever know that I had mine on you? Darling, so share with me your love if you have enough.
Oh, right, that's Rain. I was gonna say, like, wait a second, what? So we did find Rain. That's cool. It's hard to tell because, you know, but I didn't think her hair looked like that. Or is this a flashback? Who knows? Time! This time paradox. Yeah, didn't she die? I was thinking maybe... Well, they said she died, but, like, it was in a way that looked like... Okay, she's dead. No, I was wondering, like, if they found her or something, because they didn't say for sure that they knew she died, but I think she died. She died. She died.
Shall I be the one for you, who pinches you
There she is.
softly but sure? If frown is shown, then I would know that you are no dream.
This whole timeline is, like, so weird. I still don't get the whole Laguna thing. Like, I get it, but, like, I wonder why... I don't know, it's weird. I still wonder why his story was so important. Like, the game literally ends on him. Ooh, the Final Fantasy theme. Interesting. Okay, what am I looking at? You need to cool that. Everybody needs to cool it. Man. So... Oh, get him out. No, get... Just... I don't want to see Sid get a happy ending. Somebody take his glass away and break it on his head. He looks so stupid. Hey, watch the hands there, Sid. I know it's his wife, but they're at a party. Come on now, let's be decent. They're at a party at school. It's a school party. School function. What are you doing? This version of the theme's real good. Demonic. Is that Jimmy Neutron? You can tell they could really not do the facial features well yet. Like, they tried their best, but they're always making some, like, really weird face. What the... Angelo, the true hero. Okay, that was like the weirdest. Oh, man. What do I even say about this game? So... Man, yeah, this is where, like, the credits, like, fade away and then, like, another version comes out. Yo, Arco, thank you for the tier 3 22 months. Can I get some foam in the chat? Thank you so much. I'll play your alert in a second. So, okay, so I have a lot to say. First of all, the game was a lot better than I remember it. For sure. 5,000%. When I was a kid and I played this, I liked it, but it definitely wasn't one of my favorites. Like, I just kind of... And I don't even remember beating it as a kid. I couldn't tell you if I ended up beating it as a kid or not. I probably got to Ultimisia's Castle and, like, quit, to be honest. But then I tried to play it again later, and I kind of just got, like, bored of it, and so I could never really just get enough into the game. But playing it now, I really do feel like I missed out. There's a lot to love about this game. I like how unique it is. I like how, with the story and the gameplay, like, the gameplay is very unique. Hold on, let's watch this. Are we gonna get the most handsome boy at the party? Is the most handsome boy gonna appear? A shooting star. Okay, stop doing the finger thing. There he is. Okay, but wait, where did he come from? He just like appeared out of nowhere. What in the world? They panned around the whole thing and the whole party, and then suddenly she looks up and sees a shooting star and looks back and he's just there. Also, are they in space? What in the world's going on? Okay. Anyways. Yeah, that wasn't the real Squall because he was smiling. I think that was just a ghost. Okay, so I really liked how unique the story was and how unique the gameplay was. So they tried something different with this game, which I do not blame them, because Final Fantasy VII was, at least in my opinion, like the pinnacle of storytelling. And in order to, I don't think they really wanted to compete with 7. Kind of the whole point of Final Fantasy is not to compete with each other, but more create new stories and new experiences. But after Final Fantasy VII, I feel like they really had to go out of the box and go crazy to try to give us a different experience and not just do Final Fantasy VII again. So I really give them credit for going way out of the box. I know that the junction system is broken, but the junction system is broken in a way that's fun. And a way that casually it's semi-difficult to break. You know, kind of semi-difficult. Yo, Wiv, thank you so much for the 29 months. We'll play your alert in a minute. So, you know, like, I don't blame them for going different, and I think that they did the best they could with the junction system. I think it was going to be broken no matter what. There's things they could have done to make it less broken, but I don't think that just saying the junction system is broken and therefore bad game is fair, you know, because it is fun. The junction system is definitely fun to use. And I really like how unique the story is. It's so different, and like, it doesn't feel like a lot of other stories I've played. Squall is so different. Like, he does not have that, well, he's a jerk at first, but then he gets better, or he's the good guy and he continues to be the good guy, or he has some kind of flaw and he learns to overcome it in the end. Like, he is so, like, I don't know if I want to use the term real, but he feels like a real person going through this experience. He does not, there's no point where he just randomly is like, you know what, I've learned my lesson, like, or, you know, like, Squall is Squall, and that's cool. I've always looked at him as a bad character because he doesn't have much character growth, but I feel like that was unfair of me. I think that he is a cool character because he shows signs of changing and then goes back to the way he is. And that's kind of the point, I guess. And he's really relatable in a lot of circumstances. There's times where he'll frustrate you, but there's times that he'll be super relatable as well, you know? And I think that's cool in a character. I've never really had a character that really frustrated me the way that Squall did. Usually characters are so annoying or so evil that, like, you just don't like them, or you're frustrated with them, or, like, plot-wise you don't like them because they're evil or something. But Squall is so different. There was times where he would do his inner monologue, and I'd be like, I'm right there with you, Squall. Like, you remember, if you watch the series back, there was a bunch of times where I was like, I'm on Squall's side here. But then there's other times, like the space scene, where they get out of space and they land in the Ragnarok, and you're waiting for him to, like, go up and hug Renoa, and then he's just like, whatever, we gotta get out of here. And you're, like, super frustrated with him. So, I don't know, he feels like that friend that always ticks you off, but is still your friend at the end of the day, you know? Like, that's how he feels. So, I don't know, he's just a really unique character. It's hard for me to say if he's good or bad. He's just different. He's, like, and I guess for this game being so unique, it was cool to have a character that's that unique. Now, having said that, well, I'll give one more positive. The end of the game was awesome. Like, straight up awesome. I loved Ultimicia's castle. I loved the music. I loved the bosses. I loved all the gimmicks from all the bosses and the final boss. I loved the gimmick of the castle itself. I loved pretty much everything about the end. even the final cutscene was cool. Although I mean, there was some things I didn't like about it, but in general, it was cool. The tripping out scene with Squall was really cool. The whole end of the game was like fantastic and total Final Fantasy quality for me. So I got to give it that credit. Like, I think that was really, really cool. Now, having said all of that, there's a lot of negatives with this game. And I can see why a lot of people who did play it and beat it and do everything in it back when it first came out still said that it was one of the worst of the series. As we said before, there's a lot of ways to break the game, and although I feel like any casual player would, for the most part, not break the game as early as you can, because you can literally break the game like by the time you get to Ifrit Cave, right? Like I've heard with card junction or the card refining and stuff, you can legitimately get like Lionheart and one shot everything for the whole rest of the game or whatever. I haven't done it yet. We're gonna do it in the next playthrough, and then I'll learn how broken the game really is. But casually, I don't think anyone's gonna do that. The problem for me, probably the biggest problem for me, is Cerberus. I think Cerberus was a really bad mistake. I think Cerberus should have been later or more difficult or something. More secretive, anything. For me, Cerberus is the worst part of the game in terms of balance. Because he's right there. He's really hard to miss. He gives you 3 magics, I think. He gives you triple, double, and I think something else. But triple, double are incredibly good junctions that any casual player is going to be like, I want that. It's not something that you have to know is good. You just see it and know that it's good. So you're going to draw a bunch of it. Like any casual player would draw a bunch of it. And then the boss himself isn't that difficult. So you beat him. And then you get, from that, from doing almost nothing really, because he's not a hard boss and he's almost free to find, you get a GF that gives all double, all triple, which is already really good. And you get triple, double. Triple is one of the best junctions in the game. I had it on Squall for the entire rest of the game and gave him almost max strength and one shot almost everything from then on. So that felt incredibly bad to me. Like, I felt in a casual way I was able to break the game without even thinking about it, you know? If you can become mega strong by being really smart or by going out of your way and doing side quests or, you know, solving some kind of super hard puzzle, that's one thing. But to me, Cerberus was free and gave me almost max damage on Squall for the whole rest of the game. So that felt really bad to me. And I think if Cerberus didn't do it for you, then I'm guessing everyone here has a different answer as to when they became broken the first time they played through the game. If it wasn't Cerberus, it was probably someone else, or it was the Ultima draw spot in whatever that town was called. If you know, I could have grinded that out more and given someone max stats or max stat. So there's probably one point within the game for everybody where they just said like, oh, I can break the game now. And I think that's just bad. You know, I don't think that's good game design. So that's one thing. Secondly, I think that there's a lot of weaknesses with the story. I think I like Squall, and it's hard for me to call Squall a bad character anymore because I think he's so relatable and so unique as a character that I would play this game again just to learn more about Squall. So he's cool. The rest of the characters I feel are really weak. I don't like Renoa enough to care if Squall gets to be with her or not, which I think is one of the biggest themes of the game. Maybe some people really like Renoa. I think that the setup with Renoa, with the train mission and stuff, is a great setup, and maybe she connected with people more than she did for me. Me personally, I didn't care that much if Squall gets back with Renoa or not. But that's just me. I could definitely see where like a lot of people would like fall in love with Renoa right away because she's like this get it done, rogue girl who's trying to save her town. Like, I could see how you could fall in love with her. Now, is it unfair to say that the rest of the characters suck? Because I feel like they suck. Like, they don't get their own... It's not like Final Fantasy VII or even some of the other Final Fantasies where each character gets their own kind of, this is my mission and this is what I'm fighting for and this is my section of the game and I get a, you know, like, to me, they're just there. Yeah, they're like mega secondary to the story. I mean, when I'm thinking back, I hate to draw examples from Final Fantasy VII all the time because it's not really fair, but this is the game that came right after Final Fantasy VII, so in this case I think it's at least a little bit more fair. But think about Final Fantasy VII, where each character has their own part of the story that's relatable to them. You know, Red 13 has Cosmo Canyon, Cid has the rocket stuff, you know, all that. And then when you finish the game, they all have their own monologues that they give. When you're going into Sephiroth, they're like, you know, I'm fighting for this, and this is why I'm fighting. And first there's the Highwind scene, where everyone finds their reason to fight. Then there's the scene with Cloud and Tifa alone, where they talk about that. And then, again, when they get to the bottom of the crater, they talk again. And then, when you're picking your final party for Bizarro Sephiroth, each one that you pick, the leader of each party that you pick, gets their own monologue as well about, you know, Barrett's like, I'm going to save the world, and Tifa's like, I'm doing it for Cloud, and all that. So they all get their own monologues there. Here, like, what did they get? Like, nothing. Like, nothing at all. Irvine gets the one shot that later you find out he may have missed on purpose, and that's, like, the one big reveal about Irvine, and then that's it. And that, you know, like, he follows around Selphie, and there's, like, a part where it seems like maybe he's going to get with Selphie, but then that never goes anywhere. And the ending cutscene, he was flirting with Quistis and not Selphie. So apparently that was just nothing. Quistis talks to Squall at the end of the very first Bambalam mission and then says nothing for like the rest of the game. And then Zell gets hot dogs. I guess that's his arc. You know, so I just... With Final Fantasy, one of the things I love about the series is each character has their own story arc, and no matter what you think of the main character, there's almost always a secondary character that you can relate to or you can latch on to. If you don't like Cloud, maybe you really like Red 13. Maybe you really like Tifa. Maybe you really like Cid. You know, if you don't like Yuna or Titus, maybe you really latch on to Auron, or maybe you really latch on to Waka, you know, something like that. But in this game, it's like, if you don't love Squall, or appreciate Squall's personality, or you don't really like Rinoa, then the rest of the story is just going to feel incredibly bland and weird, and not worth your time. So that's like my big issue, I think, is the characters. The story itself was okay. It kept me interested enough. I don't know what I think about Laguna. Like, I love Laguna. I love his sections of the game. Almost more fun than the rest of the game. I'm guessing a lot of people here would say they like the Laguna parts better than the rest of the game, and I wouldn't blame you. But what's the point? You know? Like, I still don't get the point of the Laguna sections. I understand how they mix in with the story, but was it really worth having, like, 30% of the game be those characters, and then when you finally meet Laguna, he's like, hey, I'm the president, I'm going to tell you how to beat the bad guys, and that's it. He doesn't join the party, you don't get to fight with him, like, nothing happens. He just says, I'm the president now, isn't that crazy? Okay, this is how you're going to beat the final boss, and then you go, and they stay, and that's it. Like, he doesn't even come with you. Like, you know, when I started doing the Laguna stuff, I thought for sure, like, the Laguna crew and the Squall crew would come together and go on the final quest. Like, even if we didn't get to use them, but at least they'd come with us. But no, they were just like, you know, go do your thing, we'll be here. And then the final cutscene ends with Laguna. Like, why? What? I mean, I guess the final cutscene ended with Squall, but, you know, the final cutscene before the credits start is Laguna. It's like, what? Why? Laguna's arc's already done. We already know. Like, he becomes president. Great. Like, that's it. And all it really was just like him being like, yeah, she's dead, and that's it. Like, there was no big revelation. It was just what we already knew about him in his story. So I don't know. Maybe you disagree. That's fine. For me, I don't really get it. I almost would have liked it better if he wasn't there or he had his own game. Let's just have a Laguna game and not him not be in this one, because he's great. I just don't see why it's important here. Well, I mean, even if he's Squall's dad, what does that matter? Like, that doesn't change anything. It doesn't make it important. You could say that Professor Gast was Cloud's dad. That wouldn't change anything. Be like, okay. I mean, unless he had Cetra cells. That beyond the point. Like, it doesn't change anything. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't. I don't know. I didn't get it. Maybe if I learn more about it, maybe I'll get it more. But I didn't get it. I guess I didn't get it enough for it to make like a big impact on me. It was more of just a side quest that was fun. Then there's the time compression thing, which, like, I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm honestly wondering, like, what do you guys think? 1 in the chat if you like the time compression thing. 2 in the chat if you hate it. I'm honestly curious, because I don't know what I think about it. It's weird. Like, I just don't. Was it necessary? I guess they had to do something big at the end, but I don't know. I'm still kind of mixed about that. And they don't really explain it well enough to. I don't know. I feel like time travel is always the cop out. You know, like, time travel is always the cop out. And I was thinking to myself in my head when we were doing the final boss, I was thinking in my head, you know, maybe I should give him credit. You know, today time travel is like the cop out, but back then, you know, it was maybe more of a new concept and they were playing with it and yada yada. But then I realized Chrono Trigger was already a thing. And I don't know if Chrono Cross came before or after this. I'd have to look at the dates. But, like, Squaresoft themselves already did the time thing, like, you know, crazily, you know, like, the whole game based on it. So I don't know. I feel like it didn't need to go to time travel. They could have explained it a different way. And there's not enough meat there for me to really get into it. Like, it's got to make enough sense to where I get involved with it. And I don't think it made enough sense, personally. Because Laguna explains it in like 4 seconds. He's like, alright, this is what we're going to do. She's going to time compress, and Renoa's going to go back in time, and then forward in time, and then we're going to meet her in the future, and then we're going to kill her. Okay. But, a couple questions. One, I think they did explain it, but maybe it went over my head. I guess I don't get why killing her in the future kills her. But it's not really the future. It's time compression. So you're killing her in all instances of life. Okay, that I get. But then how do they return? How do they, without Ultimecia's magic, does Renoa do it? If Renoa did it, then why doesn't she just poof everyone back and, like, everyone's good, and instead she had to, like, search for Squall, and Squall had, like, a brain aneurysm. It's like, how did they get back? And what was the scene with him and Matron? And if she, like, poisoned Matron again, then why? I don't get it. Like, so I guess maybe Matron took Ultimecia's power, but it didn't poison her that time, and then she used the power to send Squall back. But then how do the other ones get back? Like, I guess there isn't. I don't know. I don't know if they needed to explain it either, because at that point the game was over. But for me, I wish there was a little more so I understood a little better what happened. But I mean, killing Ultimisia in all instances so that she's gone forever, that's fine. Like, that's cool. But either way, the way that they did the time compression, I don't really get. Like I don't like I said before, the teleporters were kind of weird. And I think maybe it would have been better if the world map didn't get time compressed, but instead you had to, like, once time compression happened, that was just the end of the game. Maybe that would have been better. Not sure. I'd have to think about it, but... So yeah, there were definitely, like, things in the story I didn't like. The pacing was okay, I guess, but I've heard a lot of people say that they quit this game halfway through. I guess the beginning is kind of slow. And that's not just coming from me. I think a lot of people found the beginning of the game slow. I actually kind of like the beginning of the game. I like the train mission. Like I said, that's my favorite part of the game. And I like all the seed stuff. Some of the quests are a little weird, but in general, I think the pacing was okay. I always kind of knew where it was I needed to go, for the most part. Then there's, like, the stupid white seed ship thing. But yeah, I mean, there's little stuff here and there that I disliked, but overall, I really did enjoy this game a lot more than I thought I would. And I enjoyed it a lot more than I did when I was a kid. I think anybody who played this game as a kid and didn't enjoy it, I think now's the time. I think if you go back to it, you'll enjoy it. Even if you just, like, use the cheats and super break the game and go through and smash everything, I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll enjoy the story. I think you'll enjoy, smashing all the bosses and enjoying all sorts of weird junction setups. I think there's fun to be had. I don't think you'll be let down if you decide to give Final Fantasy VIII another try. I don't know if I recommend this remaster. They did patch it, apparently, so maybe you'll have less problems with it than I did. But I still think I recommend getting the Steam version and maybe even modding it, because some of the mods are really cool. A lot of the vanilla mods are cool. The ones that don't change anything in particular, like gameplay or anything, but change the UI or change, like, organization or stuff like that. Change the music, all that stuff. There's some cool experiences you can find. There's a pretty good modding community for 8, just like there is for 7. What else? Any final thoughts? I want to thank everyone who watched this Let's Play and joined me on Twitch. It was a great time. I really, really enjoyed it. And a lot of times I kind of, I don't know. Sometimes I worry about these Final Fantasy Let's Plays, because I know that people are so passionate about Final Fantasy, as I am, but I just lack the experience with some of the Final Fantasies. I obviously know everything there is to know about 7, but 8 I haven't played since I was a kid. So it's really great to experience this game for almost the first time, kind of, with you guys. That's something that we'll never get back. Something that we can never experience again. So it's just a really, really cool experience, and I enjoy sharing it with you guys. I'm sure I'll come up with more ideas about 8 during our Let's Break playthrough. But for now, I enjoyed the experience. There was nothing that particularly stood out as like this ruins the game for me. It was just little things here and there, but overall it was a fun time. So that's going to be the end of Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII, but we have an entire second playthrough of the game to do. So if you are interested in that, if you guys are on YouTube, you can just go to my playlist page, and as soon as it starts, it'll be a separate playlist. You can subscribe and all that so that you see it. But yeah, basically this playlist will be done here, but I'm going to start a separate playlist that'll be called Let's Break Final Fantasy VIII, and we'll continue from there. And what it's going to be is we are going to use anything and everything we have at our disposal. We're going to use the chat. We're going to use Google. We're going to use the crappy guidebook. We're probably not even going to use the guidebook, to be honest. It sucks. We're going to use the cheats that the remaster gives us, the ×3, the God mode, all that. We're going to use everything at our disposal. Disposal. I almost said disposable. Everything at our disposal to completely destroy the game in every way we possibly can. We're going to get as strong as we can before going anywhere. We're going to collect everything there is to collect. We're going to do all the card stuff and all that. We're going to get the Platinum Trophy. Whatever we need to do to finish the Platinum Trophy, which I believe the only thing in particular we need to worry about is the Maniac magazines, because that is missable. So we need to make sure we get that. I think everything else we can do, just at any point. So it will be spoiler open. You can spoil anything you want about the game, about the story. We can talk about the story and what you guys think of it. You can point out anything that you want me to do, any thing that I'm missing, or anything that you think would be better for breaking the game. It's going to be completely open to everybody, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to just go crazy and do it. All the stuff that you've had to hold back on throughout this whole playthrough, you're going to be able to just spit it out. So it's going to be a lot of fun. That it's going to start next week, same time, Fridays at 8 a.m. or 8:30 a.m. Eastern, until lunchtime-ish. So if you are interested in that, be sure to stick around on Fridays. And if you're interested in that on YouTube, again, it'll be a separate playlist. I think that is it. Before we go, though, before we finish off the Let's Play officially, I do have 2 questions because I'm curious. So the 2 big things I missed were Doom Train and the Opal Lake side quest. So what did I do wrong to miss Doom Train? Doom Train was the ring, right? Solomon's ring. Where do you use Solomon's ring? You have to get a magazine. So you get a magazine and then you create it. Oh, you don't create it. You use it at Tears Point. Okay, that's cool. So you get the items, you go to Tears Point. Oh, you don't go to Tears Point. You just use it. Okay. Where's the magazine at? Because that's what I missed. If I would have found the magazine, I would have known what to do. Yeah, I got the ring. There's 3 magazines. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if I would have found the magazines, then I would have known. That would have given me enough hint to figure it out. Yeah, let me look real quick. I'm curious. I just wonder, like, how I missed them. Okay, so there's, So it looks like there's four magazines. 2 of them, or no. Oh, they're all about Doom Train. Okay. I thought one of them was not about Doom Train. Okay. So, one of them was from the Presidential Aide in the Presidential Palace in Esther. The player must leave the palace, talk to another aide, and then come back and find it. Number 3 was from the Master Fisherman. I think I might have gotten that one. Second one was after winning a game of Triple Triad against the pub owner in Dole. The magazine is found by repeatedly examining the magazine stacks on the floor in his private room. So you have to keep clicking it. And then the first one was on a bookshelf in the library in Bambalam Garden. So, just pretty missable stuff that I missed. Okay, so that was the first thing. I'm not surprised I missed that. Okay, so what about the Opal Lake side quest? I think this has some info on it. Is it just a place on the world map that I didn't see? Just north of Timber is Tranquil Opal Lake. There's a small peninsula in the center of the lake where you can find hidden options if you search the edge of the peninsula. Okay, so yeah. There's just this little piece of land that looks like it's nothing. It looks like it's just a search quest. That's all it is. It's just a search quest. I wonder why they have a gold trophy for that. That's weird. That looks fun, though. I'm going to keep this... I'm going to keep from reading that so I can try to solve it, because it looks like kind of a cool puzzle. Same with the alien encounter, which we have to do that, too. So, this will be cool, because we get to do all the fun side quests. We get to do the Opal Lake side quest, we get to do the alien side quest. We can go beat Ultimate Weapon again. So, we get to do all the fun stuff, and we get to see Doom Train. So, I'm excited. Cannot wait to do the Let's Break Final Fantasy VIII Let's Play, but let's finish off the Final Fantasy VIII Remastered Let's Play. Thank you all for being here, watching on YouTube, watching on Twitch. It's been a blast. We'll see you in the next Let's Play. Thank you guys again. Peace out.